Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the first two gripping episodes of the drama Marry My Husband. This series is full of intense emotions, shocking twists, and powerful moments that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Whether you're here for the drama, the revenge, or just to catch up on the latest episodes, you're in the right place. So grab some popcorn, sit back, and let's break down everything that happened in these two explosive episodes. The first episode begins with Ji-won, who is lying in a hospital bed, looking out of the window with a heavy heart. She's been diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer, and her prognosis is bleak. She has only 6 to 12 months left to live. Her close friend Suman tries to lift her spirits, encouraging her not to give up. But Ji-won, already burdened by the weight of her illness, reveals her suspicion that her husband Min-hwan is cheating on her. As she undergoes a blood transfusion, we're taken into a flashback of her wedding day. In this memory, we see Suman catching the bridal bouquet. But what stands out is the absence of Ji-won's parents at the ceremony. After the wedding, Ji-won's life takes a dark turn. Her mother-in-law becomes overbearing, criticizing Ji-won relentlessly for not being able to conceive. Min-hwan, who initially seemed like a supportive partner, quits his job and begins neglecting her. The situation worsens when Ji-won is diagnosed with cancer. Yet despite her deteriorating health, both her husband and mother-in-law continue to treat her poorly, adding emotional abuse to her physical suffering. In the hospital, Ji-won opens up to another patient, sharing how Suman has always been a supportive friend and a great professional. However, in a cruel twist of fate, this very friend is having an affair with Min-hwan. As if that wasn't enough, Ji-won is soon informed by the hospital staff that her bills need to be paid or she will be discharged. She tries to reach Min-hwan, but he doesn't answer her calls. With no other option, she takes a taxi home. The driver, however, takes her down an unfamiliar path lined with cherry blossoms in full bloom. He gently suggests that she can always choose a different path in life. Mysteriously, he also returns some of her money, telling her to consider it a blessing from her father. Upon arriving home, Ji-won is confronted with the devastating sight of Min-hwan in bed with another woman. She overhears Min-hwan confessing that he had deliberately taken out cancer insurance because he knew she was ill. Enraged, Ji-won bursts into the room, threatening to report them for insurance fraud. A physical altercation ensues, and in the struggle, Min-hwan pushes Ji-won into a glass table, causing her head to smash against the glass. The date is April 12th, 2023. The day Ji-won dies. But instead of everything ending there, Ji-won suddenly finds herself standing in an office, facing Min-hwan. Confused and disoriented, she instinctively attacks him, only to be stopped by her boss. Realizing something is terribly wrong, she rushes outside and discovers that it is the year 2013. Her boss, General Manager Yoog Hayek, who she knows will one day become the CEO of the company, follows her. He kindly offers her his jacket and some cash to get home, even bringing her groceries, leaving Ji-won to wonder if this is all just a dream. But when she examines the cash, she finds a note from the taxi driver with a small heart drawn on it, a symbol her father used to draw on currency notes before he passed away. Ji-won realizes that the taxi driver was, in fact, her father's spirit, guiding her. Back at home, Min-hwan questions Ji-won about why she mentioned being pregnant earlier that day. He rants about how he never wanted children anyway, completely oblivious to the irony of the situation. Ji-won, knowing what the future holds, suggests they break up. When he reacts violently, she calls for help, but the police are of no assistance, reflecting Min-hwan's deep-seated fear of separation. Left with little choice, Ji-won begins to devise a plan. She recalls the companies that would thrive in the coming years and decides to invest in them, securing her financial independence from Min-hwan. The next day, Ji-won visits the hospital to check if she still has cancer, but the doctor informs her that she only has gastritis, which requires simple medication. Relieved, she heads to a bookstore to learn about the stock market and quitting her job. There she encounters Yoog Hayek again, and her perception of him begins to change. She buys him a meal as a thank you for his kindness and notices that he's even more handsome and considerate than she had realized. When Suman calls, Ji-won ignores it, focusing instead on her new reality. She suddenly remembers that in her previous life, Hayek had gotten a scar from an electric kettle in the office. A scar that she herself had in her past life. This revelation makes Ji-won realize that while some events might be destined to happen, they could occur differently or to someone else. Later, Min-hwan tries to mend things by selling his shares in Roy Gentle, a company that Ji-won knows will succeed. He returns the money he took from her, but Ji-won sees through his gesture. She realizes that while certain events are inevitable, like the scar she avoided but Hayek received instead, she can still influence who bears the consequences. Determined to rewrite her fate, Ji-won decides to make Sumin marry Min-hwan, transferring the tragic destiny she narrowly escaped onto them. Episode 2 picks up with Ji-won at a coffee shop, observing as someone steals another person's coffee. This incident reinforces her belief that someone else needs to take on her fate. Back at work, Ji-won is more resolved than ever that Sumin should bear the misfortunes that were originally hers. As she and Sumin enter an elevator, Yug Hayek suddenly joins them. The elevator ride becomes tense as their manager makes disparaging remarks about women, which Hayek promptly shuts down by smashing the elevator buttons and stopping the ride. He then asks Ji-won to wait a moment, encouraging her to drink her coffee in peace and advising her not to give up on her career. Ji-won, touched by his words, shows him the note her father gave her and tells him she's not quitting the company. She's going to fight harder. Hayek seems on the verge of making weekend plans with her when Sumin arrives, announcing that they already have plans to go to a BBQ restaurant. In his office, Hayek looks up Ji-won's high school, intrigued by her. He also calls the BBQ restaurant to confirm that a high school reunion is scheduled for the same day and asks his friend Dong-suk to find someone important. Meanwhile, Ji-won, playing her cards carefully, pretends to reconcile with Min-hwan. He leans in for a kiss, but Ju-ran enters just in time, preventing anything from happening. Ju-ran later advises Ji-won to avoid unwanted physical contact with men, drawing from her own past experiences. During lunch, Sumin suggests Indian food, but Ji-won refuses, remembering how Sumin had tripped her in their previous life, making her the target of ridicule. This time, however, Ji-won takes control and trips Sumin instead, causing her to fall into Min-hwan. Later, Ji-won heads to the restroom, where she helps a colleague named Hui-yeon by providing a sanitary pad. This small act of kindness leads Hui-yeon to join Ji-won and Sumin for lunch. Sumin offers to pay for Min-hwan's shirt, but he graciously declines, further fueling Ji-won's determination to change the dynamics at play. Meanwhile, Sumin and Min-hwan find themselves alone in a crowded elevator, where Sumin begins to flirt with him openly. Back at work, manager Kim Kaluk throws a tantrum, but Sumin manages to sweet-talk him, showcasing her manipulative charm. Ji-won, determined to prove a point, resubmits her meal kit proposal, which had previously been rejected by the manager. As expected, he doesn't realize it's the same proposal, confirming Ji-won's suspicion that he doesn't actually read them before dismissing them. Ju-ran, witnessing this, agrees to work with Ji-won, signaling the beginning of a new alliance. However, Sumin, always scheming, sneaks a peek at the proposal on Ji-won's desk, planning to use it for her own gain. Meanwhile, Min-hwan is out bowling with friends, describing Ji-won as boring but still ideal wife material. Ji-won, now feeling optimistic about her new life, stays late at work. She finds a box of earrings on her desk, a gift from Sumin for their upcoming reunion. A flashback reveals that Sumin had lied about dining alone at the BBQ restaurant, manipulating Ji-won into attending a high school reunion where she had a terrible experience with her former bullies. This time, Ji-won is determined not to repeat the past and decides against going. As both Sumin and Min-hwan text Ji-won that they're coming over, she decides to let them meet each other, setting the stage for a confrontation. At work, Hayek notices the earrings and warns Ji-won that the brand is a fake. She remembers that in her previous life, he had made the same comment, but she had dismissed it as rude. Now she realizes that Hayek's observations might hold more significance. Ji-won returns home to find Min-hwan already in the shower, and Sumin, sensing something is off, decides to go home instead. Ji-won is left alone with Min-hwan, who is ready to seduce her, unaware of the storm brewing in his life. And that's the breakdown of the first 2 episodes of Marry My Husband. Things are really heating up, and it's clear that G1 is on a mission to rewrite her destiny, or will fate have other plans? If you're as hooked as I am, make sure to stay tuned for our next recap, where we'll continue unraveling this dramatic tale. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more recaps and updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.